Hi, I'm Sherry with another segment of our Vivant Skincare Skin Smart series. I have my colleague Marianne Goodman today. She's also a fellow esthetician. We're going to discuss skin tones and why sometimes your skin gets worse before it gets better. So Marianne, tell me, being a Hispanic woman, what are some issues you suffer and what are some issues that your clients suffer with?
So I've had acne since I was a teenager, and I had acne in in my early 20s. Mm-hmm. And I used, clindamycin, a lot of ingredients with benzoyl peroxide, mm-hmm. and they did, salicylic acid too, mm-hmm. and they did work up to a point. But then one time I went to my dermatologist. He gave me Mandelic acid exfoliating cleanser. Actually, it's one of my favorite products from Vivant Skincare, the Vivant Skincare product line. Yeah. And it worked like none of the other ingredients had worked before. I believe that Mandelic acid tends to work better for ethnic skin. Mm-hmm. So it didn't create any irritation. My skin is really sensitive. And even though I have light skin, my background is Hispanic, it's Middle Eastern, mm-hmm. and Spanish. So okay. I tend to get hyperpigmentation even if it doesn't seem like I do. Okay. So I do believe that it's really important, for the esthetician or for the client, as an end consumer, to know right. what ingredient to use in their skin based on their ethnicity.
Awesome. So tell me, what are some things that you found different with your old products versus your Mandelic acid exfoliating cleanser?
So, for example, they just work better. Right. And then since we're also going to talk about when the condition gets worse before mm-hmm. it gets better, right. I did notice when I started using the Mandelic exfoliating cleanser that a lot of acne started coming out. Right. And but at the same time and I started having peeling as well, a little bit of redness, a little right. bit of irritation, mm-hmm. which is completely normal, because what we're doing is that we're basically forcing the skin to exfoliate in 10 to 15 days versus 28 days, which is what we naturally right. take to mm-hmm. exfoliate. So I was a little bit, I kind of freaked out at the beginning, but I was kind of expecting it as right. well. So after, the first month, I started seeing that that acne that was coming out was going away right. as well. Mm-hmm. So new acne, but it would go away in 3 days versus, a week or right. two. And then the scars or the hyperpigmentation started fading as well. So, the ingredient does make a difference, and this is why you experience those changes. It doesn't mean that the product isn't working for right. you, basically.
So pretty much the exfoliating cleanser, I had the same experience. When I first started using it, I was using it in conjunction. The cleanser, also the Mandelic toner as well, and then also the Mandelic 8% serum is also, along with mm-hmm. all of those products. I found that my skin broke out, and mm-hmm. I don't break out like I don't mm-hmm. have acneic skin. But I found that when it was breaking out, it was also, I was also shedding a lot more. Mm-hmm. And then, as it's true to say, once that's over, it brightens your skin. It brings your true skin to light.
New healthy skin, basically.
Exactly. At first, I started freaking out. I was like, why is my skin flaking? This is not okay. Mm-hmm. What's happening? I even spoke with your chemist, Vanessa. I was like, Vanessa, I'm flaking. She's like, no, it's normal. What's happening is our product is bringing all the bad stuff up to remove.
Definitely.
Which, once your product is doing that, it is a results-driven type product.
Definitely. And that happens also. I am also a new account specialist, mm-hmm. and I get it a lot from my esthetician right. saying, oh, you know what, my client is asking why her hyperpigmentation is turning darker.
Okay.
And it means that also pigment is in the deeper layers of the skin. It's coming out, and right. it's getting ready, to be shed.
Correct.
Basically.
Perfect. Awesome. So what are some other things that you find? I know you did your mix with you're Hispanic, also Middle Eastern. What are some other skin conditions you I guess have suffered with other than your cystic acne?
Well, for me it's been acne, but now that I'm 26,
right.
I'm starting to add also some peptides into my regimen. And
what is the peptides like? Why would you add that in now?
Peptides basically are fast-acting proteins that fill in fine lines and they promote collagen production. So that in combination with the Mandelic acid line has worked wonders for me.
Awesome.
Like I don't have any, like super marked lines.
No, you have great skin.
But thank you so much. You too. But I do, like when I talk, I used to get like more like lines here, and I noticed that with the peptides plus the Mandelic acid 3-in-1, 8% 3-in-1 serum, since it's also anti-aging, plus it keeps my acne bacteria under control. My skin just feels better when I touch it. It feels like plump and nice and healthy. I also, since my Fitzpatrick is like a 3, I would say ish, because I have dark hair and dark eyes. I use Dermagel at night.
Okay.
We recommend Dermagel basically for Fitzpatrick's 1 to 6.
Okay.
I would say 4 to 6 be like the person should be monitored by an esthetician because of the reactive hyperpigmentation. I know you haven't tried it yet, but I mean, you could start, little by little building up. I use the Dermagel at night, and that keeps my skin also super exfoliated. So I use the Mandelic exfoliating cleanser in the morning as my manual exfoliator, and then at night, the Dermagel, and it exfoliates me chemically every day. So the skin is always new, and there's no chance for me to develop any acne, basically.
Cool. So pretty much what you're doing, which is awesome, is you're keeping your cystic acne at bay, and you're also preventing aging as well with your product, which is great. So so I think anyone would recommend, even if you're early 20s, start with your anti-aging products, because it's only going to help you moving forward, preventative.
Yeah, and then just a little tip for people with Fitzpatrick's 1 to 3, we recommend the treatment with benzoyl peroxide, glycolic acid, hydroquinone, and
these are acneic.
Where I'm talking
patients
about,
or anti-aging.
I'm talking in general. In general, basically, it all depends. Remember, it's always super important for the person to have some guidance, like from an esthetician, or they can give us a call. And there are several estheticians here that can assist you, like guide the person if they're not, or the skincare consultation on the website, right? So those ingredients are better for Fitzpatrick's 1 to 3, like they're ideal. Actually, lighter skin is less sensitive than ethnic, or darker skin because of the melanin. It's like, you have more, you have more melanin. It's packed tightly, so that's why you get the reactive hyperpigmentation. So that's why for Fitzpatrick's 4 to 6, so that would be like someone like a Hispanic, someone from the Middle East, an African American. We would recommend the Mandelic as the number 1 thing, and then, like I said, monitor vitamin A, vitamin C and E is perfect. Salicylic acid is safe. And then when we get to professional treatments, since certain estheticians offer our pro peel, that's a peel that can be done with all skin types. That's awesome. All skin tones.
And I think going back to skin tone, I also think it's important when you do get your client in your bed or in your chair, just to kind of go over their background.
Definitely.
Not only does it help you protect yourself and your client, it also kind of builds that relationship with your client as well.
Definitely.
So that's So
it can get tricky, you know. Like I said, I have light skin, but I get hyperpigmentation, and maybe someone would say, "Oh no, she has light skin, so let's just treat her with glycolic benzoyl peroxide," and I might get reactive hyperpigmentation.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, what other products do you think? I know all of our products are built to prep the skin for a peel, for a series of treatments. Do you find that all of our products kind of get that worse before you get better? Or is it just like our Mandelic serums?
That's a great question. So I would say some of our cleansers, like cleansers that have active ingredients like benzoyl peroxide or Mandelic, that will create some type of turnover and make you maybe dry as well before while you're acclimating. The toners do the same thing. So like the 3% toner, 9% toner, the normalizing tonic forte, even the daily repair pads. The skin nourishing toner, I would say, doesn't make your skin get worse before it gets better, because it's more of a nourishing toner, even though it has like 1% mandelic acid. And then the serums, obviously the vitamin A's, the bleaching correctors, since it's vitamin A propionate, we're exfoliating, right? And then, but we have the peptides and vitamin C and E, which are amazing products, and they actually like complement any, because I always say use it with an exfoliator, because you need that exfoliation. So that, for example, the peptides are great for anti-aging, for inflamed skin, like rosacea prone skin, and then the vitamin C and E is great for any regimen, because we all need to be protected, you know, from free radicals, and that it's an antioxidant. It's just great for you. It makes your skin glow and look really healthy. So those, you know, you're good. And then the hydrators, obviously, that's just like complementary and won't cause any turnover. Our green tea cleanser and buffing grains cleansing milk, those products won't cause any, you know, flaking or they won't make your skin look worse before
I find that I use the green tea when I feel like my skin has had just enough of all the mandelic stuff, so I kind of go back to that. Just like give myself like a buffer, something just still give me like neat and clean, like something that still feels good, other than like helping with that cellular turnover.
Definitely. Since you're saying that you have beautiful skin, like you haven't had acne before.
No, like just like hormonal acne. That's about it. Like once or two.
Yeah. So for me, for example, since it's hereditary. People in my family have had it. So acne can be hereditary, and it can flare up, you know, when you get pregnant, when you're in your teens, when you go through menopause. So for me, for example, I have tried that, just like going just to the green tea. And my skin doesn't break out like super fast, but eventually it will start, because I produce too much oil. So that's why I keep it when maybe I feel that I've used the exfoliating cleanser too much, which I use once a day, you know, I go and I use my Mandelic wash.
Exactly, just to calm that back down. I know when we were at the past show we were at in Miami, to take it back to skin tone, I found that a lot of African American women with darker skin tone were kind of scared, like, oh, what's Mandelic? Is it gonna... I'm like, no, I use it every single day. It's only helped me, because I wear glasses, so I tend to get a little hyperpigmentation right around my nose where my glasses sit. I was like, no, you don't have to be scared of the products. Our products are super safe for every Fitzpatrick, every skin tone. It's all about just choosing the right product, consulting your esthetician, although they were estheticians, like just choosing the right products.
Or ask,
just,
you know,
or
you can call.
Ask
the company, you know, ask the company's esthetician, absolutely. And since you're mentioning that reminded me of one time we were in an Uber, me and my husband, and the Uber driver, he was African American, and he had a lot of like dark spots
from shaving.
So from shaving. So he's like, I suffer from this all the time, and so I recommended him the Mandelic acid products. They're really good for men also, like to use when shave. They can use the Mandelic acid wash to shave. Oh, perfect. And they can use the Mandelic exfoliating cleanser, you know, to prevent those little bumps. And daily repair pads are amazing for that as well. Daily repair pads. Not only for women, for men as well.
Especially if they're like, or after the gym, they don't want to wash their face because they're lazy. Just kind of go in and use those pads.
Yeah, definitely.
Perfect. So we kind of went over skin tones. We kind of talked about why it gets worse before it gets better. And everyone, it's safe. Our products are safe for men, women, acneic teenagers.
And we have product for all skin tones, basically. All
and skin types. We treat all
we cover everyone. Yeah.
Absolutely.
No exclusions here.
Well, thank you for tuning in. We hope to see you guys soon.